Hello friends, very good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Talent Traders. Myself Bala here. I'm welcome you all to my channel. And this video, I'm just going to discuss about to create a narrow CPR and charting scanner. Okay, so many questions and comments, and someone were asking their own kind of logic also. But in this video, I'm just going to explain why you are not getting the perfect narrow CPR and how you are going to get the narrow CPR. In this particular video, I'm just more explaining that, and also I'm just going to show you how to create that narrow CPR. But I'm just going to create with my custom indicator. So maybe that was not available in charting. So we need to create the custom indicator first, and then you should use the custom indicator to create a multiple scanners, because in charting the comparison between two variables only possible. But if you are creating a narrow or some other more than two or three custom values, so we need a custom indicator. Okay, so if you want any scanners and screeners, we are helping you to create with the small charges, and also we have a premium group for my scanners, there you can access all my premium scanners. So let me check first of all, narrow CPR, is there anywhere it is happening on narrow CPR? So device lab is the narrow CPR. So where you can see how this narrow CPR has happened. While comparing to the previous day, the range of the BC, TC, BC and the pivot, and today TC, BC and pivot. This is what a normal condition, TC and BC and pivot. Okay, so comparing to that, yesterday's range and today's range is very narrow. So if it is forming a narrow CPR, maybe expected a movement should be a trending move. That should be the concept where we are finding the stocks for a narrow CPR. Okay, so let me try to find, if you able to find out the gap between the TC and the BC. So if you find out that, you will be easily finding out the narrow CPR. So how I'm just going to find out the narrow CPR with the closing price. A stock which closing is 5,800 in this case. Okay, so that CPR range, which comparing to the closing price. So for an example, if the closing price is 5481, so I'm just making a calculation of that. Yeah, 5481 multiplied by 0.001. So this is a 5 rupees gap. So if I'm just multiplying with 0.01 and the closing price, it should be 5 rupees gap between this particular CPR. So here you can see 22 and 24. If I'm mentioning this, or if I'm mentioning 0.01, it should be 54 points. So for an example, 5481 into 0.01, so percentage is around 54 points. Sorry, percentage only we should mention 54 points. So if there is a gap between 54 points, that would be shown on this list, less than 54 points. So I'm just simply adding the values of this one. So let me try to create a charting scanner, simple logic. So TC and BC. So normally the TC is always be greater than the BC. I'm just going to use a future stocks and uh, top central pivot. This is a custom indicator which I have already created, and minus bottom central pivot, that is a BC. Okay, so TC minus BC. I'm just making a 1 day ago. If you are make using the daily, that would be fetching the stocks for tomorrow also. No problem. Sorry, we have to create. It must be less than or less than equal to should be the right one. Less than equal to. In this case of the closing price of that particular stock, that is what a 1 day ago, because we are using all the time frame as in 1 day ago, multiplied by number 0.001. So those will fetch you a stock which forming a in this case, so if we are looking at a Divi's Lab and Nestle India, ICICI Bank. So let me check how I'm just finding out those stocks. Divi's Lab which you are seeing. and Nestle ICICI Bank. Let me check an ICICI Bank whether it is forming a narrow or not. Well, you can look at this previous day on 20th December. These are all the stocks because we have took 1 day prior, right? So it will not show you the exact thing. But why ICICI came into this list? If you are looking at in this case where you can see this would be the major reason many of that scanner will fail. So, but you are not considering this particular factor. So, in this case, TC is the pink in color, right? This one is a PTC, and here BC is in blue in color. Normally, the pattern would be bottom central pivot and top central. Sometimes it can be reverse also. So if it is in reverse pattern, so we may be here, you can see this is the right one. So after that it is changed. So this is what a BC and TC, but in this case BC is greater than the pivot and TC is lower. So that may be the reason. If you are calculating those values, that may be showing you some errors. So the same pattern I just always trying for shifting that one more thing. So in top CPR, that would be greater than bottom CPR. If you are using this condition, that will be fetching you. So I'm just using a 1 day ago. I'm just making 1 day ago. If you are seeing almost in futures category 71 stocks is there, I want to find out perfect narrow CPR along with that. So you can see now it is a 17 stocks only. The only this condition will you catch ICICI Bank because of BC is in bottom. So if you are TC minus BC, you will be getting the negative value. For an example, what with the code is top CPR minus bottom CPR. In this case, top CPR is 1289. So let me calculate what is the exact value. 1289 minus 1293. That is a BC. It's a 72 almost. That one is 18. So instead of that, we will take a round number. So minus 4. So minus 4 is always be if you are less than means it will always be the less than this value because it is a minus value. We are taking a close into number 0.01 that we calculate 5 rupees, but we have the result is in minus 4 rupees. It is less than that, so that is why you will be seeing the mistakable. That means all the stocks, but this is what an exact stock which forming. For example, Trent, Astral, Quali, ASCC. Let me randomly check. This may you can see the narrow one, which is very narrow, and this one is perfectly showing you the narrow CPR one, and AU small bank, the AU bank, that is also very narrow. So where we can easily find out such a way. So even if you want to find even you can check RBL, Tech Mahindra, Trent, that is also be very narrow. RBL, that is RBL Bank, that is also be very narrow. You can also adjust the value even very lower. So this may be a rare case. Yeah, because 0.001 is a very rare case. So instead of that 0.01, 0.05, maybe the chances. Yes, will be only 9 stocks. And if you are checking these stocks, Kalyan Jewellers, very tight and very narrow, and you may be using your indicator and methodology to apply on our end. This is the way where we can find out the very narrow CPR stocks with these two lines, but it doesn't possible without a custom indicator because we have already created the custom indicator. That is why it is possible to create it. Okay, so I hope you understood so how to adjust that narrow levels, and also we will be finding out. So let me show you one more important thing. So it is we can use it for a tomorrow also. So if you are using a daily time frame, that will be automatically fetch the stocks for tomorrow. That is 1 day advance. We will be getting what are the stocks tomorrow. Very narrow. So again, Dr. Reddy Laboratories and Coromandel, these are all forming very narrow range. So you maybe track the stock. Tomorrow you should check. So okay. That means tomorrow market open only that level would be fetched. And if you have any indicator which you are going to find out the tomorrow CPR values, that also be better which we can utilize with this in particular scanner. And let me change this in 0.01. Okay, 0.01. This will be fetching only 2 stocks. And if you are reducing the values, and it may be giving you more number of stocks. 0.1 means already 54 points which you are taken out. So even this much of stocks like ICICI Bank, HDFC, and the pattern would be TC would be greater than the BC. That this is what a normal one. So where you can see this particular day BC is greater and TC is lesser, but in this case TC is greater, BC is okay, and TC and BC. This is what a normal pattern. Okay, this is what reversed pattern. So if you are following this, and you will be easily able to create such a kind of best scanners with the charting. So this is what an idea, but I'm not sharing the scanner because it is already available on my premium group, such a kind of scanners. And this is an idea and a logic which we can create a CPR very narrow, and you can also adjustable one. So you can change the values and check the number of other things. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching, and if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe the channel. And we have started a mutual fund distribution as an AMFI registered person, and this is what our official website and Logi FinTech. So this is a corporate IARN which we are holding right now. So if you have any requirement regarding mutual fund planning and lump sum investment and SIP, you can also just ping me on my WhatsApp number which shown on this video itself. You will be getting more detail or one-to-one guidance and training also provided. So according to your need, you can also start on mutual funds with us. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. And if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe the channel. Thank you.